In this video, we are going to unbox and complete the initial setup for the Wi-Fi Pineapple pager. The process is pretty simple. Charge it up fully, download the firmware, plug it into your computer, then flash the firmware from our web browser. So let's get started. This might actually be the hardest part, and that is to not immediately turn it on. Resist the urge. It's important that before we flash the firmware, we fully charge. And to do that, well, use any ordinary smartphone or laptop charger. So if you've got a power delivery brick for your laptop, you're good to go. A quick charge adapter for your smartphone, that'll work. Whether it's using a USB-C to C or a USB-A to C. What's not guaranteed to work for all computers, though, is charging from your USB port on your computer. We'll validate that after the initial setup, but for now, use a charger, not a computer. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I actually have one built into my little power strip here. So plug that into there. And what you'll see here is when I plug this into the USB-C port, we go ahead and get our charging indicator will light red. Now, just leave this until that light changes to green. If the pager charge indicator shows anything other than a solid red or solid green light, such as blinking or alternating color, do the following. First, try a different charger, such as a non-smart standard 5-volt USB charger. Second, turn the pager on by holding the power button for 5 seconds. Wait until it's fully booted, then leave it running for 5 minutes. Plug it into the charger and it should show solid red. Leave it charging for at least 1 hour. Meanwhile, while we're charging, let's go ahead and tour the hardware and cover some important facts. All right, so put this away. The USB-C port. Now, obviously, this is for charging, but it's also a USB Ethernet adapter. When it's plugged into our computer will detect it as a network adapter, and that will get your computer on the pager's network. The USB-A port here is for mods and accessories, so think flash drives and that sort of thing. A few Hak5 validated mods like the GPS and Ethernet and mesh mods from Glitch exist. And then over on the back, you're going to find the clip receiver. So you take your clip, attach the clip by sliding it into the receiver until it clicks. And to remove it, you simply pull the tab, slide it out. There we go. Now the battery compartment, obviously, houses the battery, which attaches with a JST connector. Around the perimeter, you'll see these vent holes. It's important to keep these clear. Don't stuff the pager in an unventilated bag or pocket while it's powered on. That can damage the device. Now, the pager will attempt to turn itself off if it gets too hot, but you shouldn't rely on that solely to keep your device safe. So be sure to give your pager plenty of breathing room. Likewise, with prolonged use, the screen may be hot to the touch. It's not a touch screen, so there's no need to touch it. Also, we can peel off the little screen protector while we're at it. Now, the buttons below the screen from left to right are your B button for back, and that's red, your A button, which is typically for select, and then the direction pad or D-pad buttons. And then on the top, you'll find the power button. Hold for 5 seconds to power it on, or double tap the power button to access the quick access menu. And from there, you'll find the option to shut down. And finally, there's a charm loop for attaching a cute little pager for your pager or whatever charm you have. Now, let's fast forward on about an hour or two until this pager is fully charged. With our pager fully charged, let's come over to our computer now and download the latest pager firmware. scroll down here and click where it says, click here to download the latest firmware. Or you can head over to downloads.hack5.org and navigate to the Wi-Fi Pineapple Pager section. I see I've got this now downloaded. You'll see that the firmware comes as a .bin file. There's no need to open it, no need to try to extract it on your computer. Just leave it in your downloads folder. We'll be soon uploading it to the pager in just a minute. Now connect your pager to your computer using a USB cable between your pager's USB-C port and your computer, and then power on by holding the power button for 5 seconds. In about a minute, you'll see a Hack5 logo on the pager, followed by a booting screen, and then finally a ready for setup screen. And it's at that point that your computer should receive an IP address from the pager in its 172.16.52.0 in the /24 range. Now that we're at the Ready screen, we'll go ahead and open this URL in a new browser tab. It's http://172.16.52.1. It's a private LAN IP, so HTTPS is not used, and be sure to type this address exactly as shown. Now we'll just click Select Firmware and choose the firmware bin file that we previously downloaded. Then we click Upload. With that upload complete, let's go ahead and click Install. And that's it, and we see our flashing screen. This is going to take about 15 minutes, and our flashing screen says, do not disconnect or power off. It's important that you don't unplug your pager, don't power it off, don't close your browser, just hang tight. And you know what? In just a few, I'll see you in the next video to tour the interface.